Hey, welcome back. Hello, how are you? Manny Wolf here. And pull up a chair, come on in close. We need to have a little talk. I think you know what I need to talk to you about, but just in case somehow you don't, we need to have a talk about your content. So first, I guess what I want to know from you is, do you really believe that content isn't king? Do you really believe that it's not important to have a strong content strategy, a strong content game? Because if you're still believing that, you're in a world of hurt. You are getting lapped. You are getting dusted. You are getting left behind by everyone who understands the power of content. I see a lot of marketers and people who are trying to sell you a silver bullet, a quick fix, a magic elixir, trying to say that content isn't important. They're wrong. I see a lot of people trying to sell you guides, trying to sell you templates, trying to sell you 365 content prompts for you so that you never have to think for a year. Do you really not want to think? Is that the team you're on? Like, are you on the team, I don't want to think about this? Because your content is your brand. Your content is your reputation. Your content is the way people feel about you. It's what people think about you. It's super important and should not be left to chance. I mean, can I get an amen on this or what? You have to understand, to have a life in a world where social media exists is an unprecedented opportunity. And that opportunity is seized upon by those who understand content. Now, can you go the paid advertising route instead? Well, see, instead is a misnomer, because what are paid ads? They are content. They are content that someone spends lots and lots of money to assure that the content reaches many people. And so it's a way of having a content game, right? Paid advertising is just content. It's all it is. And it drives you to a place. It has a goal in mind for you. It has an objective for what it wants to have you do. Is this making sense? Do you understand that to reach a broader audience than whatever amount of friends you have on Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever it is, you need a content game. You need a content strategy. And the bigger the game, the bigger the strategy, the more people know who you are. Now, here's something fascinating. When we talk about paid advertising, what we're talking about is, first of all, content, and second of all, a way to sort of force people into a buying decision, right? It's a way that accepts that many of the people that see your content won't buy whatever you're selling. But we have these metrics that tell us that, well, if you're spending $5,000 a month on your ads and you sell even 3 products at $3,000 a month each, who wouldn't spend $5,000 to make $9,000, right? And that's all true. But here's the thing that the strictly paid content game overlooks. If you can have a massive audience, I'm talking hundreds of thousands, millions of people. If you can have a massive audience, you don't have to worry as much about every step of your funnel. Because what will happen is, no matter what size your audience, what will happen is some of the people who see you will decide they like you. Some of the people who decide they like you will feel like they trust you. And some of the people who feel like they trust you will be ready to buy what you sell at the time you're ready to sell it. So if that rule never changes, and it never does, it's human nature, right? Paid advertising is a way to manipulate those numbers, and it's fine. This is not bashing paid advertising. This is talking about another way that ultimately gives you even more freedom. And I would say ultimately you're going to want to combine what I'm talking about with paid advertising. That would be the holy grail. But you need awareness first. What we now today in the online game call creating know, like, and trust used to be an acronym called AIDA in classical marketing, which is attention, interest, desire, and action. Say that again with me. Attention, interest, desire, and action. Get your attention, make you interested, create desire so that you take action. And you can do all of this with a content strategy. Again, by all means, incorporate paid advertising into it when you're ready. But you can do all of that. You can create all of that know, like, and trust. You can create that attention, interest, desire, and action with a content strategy. So right now, it's likely that you're reaching a few hundred people, maybe a few thousand every month. What if, for less effort than you are now putting out to make your content, you could reach tens of thousands month in and month out? What if you could reach hundreds of thousands month in and month out? And here's the cool part. What if you could do that with one piece of content a day? Let's say you shot one video a day like I'm doing here, and that video could reach 50,000 people across Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. What if that same piece of content was turned into a podcast episode and just stuck on a podcast for you and distributed? Do you see what I'm saying? Different segments of your audience want to consume their content on different platforms and in different ways. So if you could reach them all without having to do extra work, can you see where that would benefit your business? If so, say yes. Tell me yes. Because here's the thing. Here's what I want to tell you. I'm rolling out a project I'm very excited about. And the foundational level of this project is full content distribution done for you. All you have to do is make a daily piece of content, just one. I suggest a live stream. So let's say all you have to do is make one video piece of content a day. And if you do live streams, you do it daily. If you want to batch it, you can do pre-recorded videos and do 30 of them in a weekend, right? 30 of them in an afternoon. Your whole month's content is taken care of. Then my syndication engine, which is what I call it, handles the rest for you. Like we put it everywhere I just mentioned. We put it in blog posts. We put it on a podcast. We put it on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. We put it everywhere for you. Put it on Medium. Every single thing. And all you have to do, it's like, think of it this way. You're putting out lots of content now and reaching hundreds of people, or you should be putting out a lot of content because you're not reaching barely anyone. Every time you put out a new piece of content, that's like knocking one domino over. Well, with syndication engine, you push one domino a day and you create a cascade effect that reaches tens of thousands of people. Then we point all those people to wherever you want them to go. Do you want them to go to your Facebook group, to your webinar, to your WhatsApp chat group? Where do you need them to be to talk to them, right? We point them all back to your preferred communication area. So now you've got thousands and thousands and thousands of people daily seeing your content, automatically deciding if they know you, then like you, then trust you. It makes making offers so much easier. And you have thousands instead of a handful of people at any one time who are potentially ready for what you have to sell. This is the power of a content strategy for someone who works in the social media landscape. So if what you do, if your people that you do your service for, whatever your service is, spend time on social media, you can reach them. You can reach them over and over and over again with targeted, meaningful, powerful, emotive content. And you can do it spending 10 to 15 minutes a day. Think about that. How much leverage is that for you? 10 to 15 minutes a day to reach thousands of people. That's what Syndication Engine is all about. This is how you need to be thinking of your content game. You need more and more and more reach and exposure, but you need to be doing less and less work. You need to let the pros handle it for you. Does that make sense? Are you tracking this? Let the pros handle all the heavy lifting for you, and you just be the star. You be the brand. You be the face. You be the spokesman or woman for what you do. If this sounds good to you, figure out a way to get in touch with me. I'm taking on 4 beta members right now. 4 beta members. Today is April 25th. And I'm taking on 4 beta members for the Syndication Engine program. We will explode your awareness. We will explode your reach. We will make you the go-to name in your industry. Without a doubt. 4 beta members. Figure out a way to get in touch with me if you're ready to stop screwing around and raise your profile dramatically and quickly. Okay? Awesome. Thank you very much. You're going to hear me talking about this more in the days to come. But this is just my little primer, my little announcement for you. And watch, this video is going to show up on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. It's going to be everywhere. Why? Because I'm using the same thing I'm talking about. I'm the first test bunny, right? I have to make 1 video a day, and my omnipresence is taken care of. It's pretty cool. If you think you'd like to be a part of it, if you think you'd like to explode your audience and you know the value of that, the real dollars and cents value, then reach out to me. I'm taking 4 beta members. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Talk soon.